Bros Productions is proud to present Kansas City Jets High School Travel Hockey. Kansas City Jets Hockey is brought to you by Bicklemeyer Meats, the Bortnick Law Firm, Donovan Service, Edward Jones Investments, Gladstone Automotive Group, Goodwin Homeworks, Jeremy Franklin Automotive, the Kansas City Ice Center, Kansas Financial Resources, KC Ice, Minding the Gap, Myers Brothers, Packer Fastener, the Midwest High School Hockey League, and Beck Bros Productions. Now, Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to the Buccaneers Arena here in Urbandale, Des Moines, Iowa. Joel Becker along with Mike Curry sitting in for Homer Scabona as the Kansas City Jets will be taking on the Des Moines Capitals in the finale of a four-game set. So far, the Jets have gotten 2 out of 3, both of them yesterday. And, of course, this morning, a bit of a heartbreaker for the JV team, losing late on a 5-on-3 man disadvantage, 2-1 to this Capitals JV team. We'll see how this varsity team comes out for today's game, getting their big man back with Josh Makowitz along with Ignatyev getting the start today. Same goalies as yesterday, by the way. So Brady Fowles in net to our left and Zach Pedersen in the net to our right. And Zach comes out and leaves it for Makowitz as we get started here in the first period of play. And we got a quick whistle and a quick penalty. A roughing call, and it's going to be on a Capital player. And so just 12 seconds into the game, the Jets are going to get a power play. It was a lot quicker than yesterday.
I saw, did you see anything?
Nah, it was behind the play.
Huh.
So
boy, this is a change.
I was just going to say, was that one of the referees who was a linesman in the last game? Maybe.
Well, last game, you know, like we said, just, you know, guys, just finish a couple and we wouldn't even have a discussion about it.
No doubt there. So, power play opportunity for Kansas City. Although we've talked about it before, again, getting these early power plays can be difficult because you haven't really got your legs under you.
They usually never work.
Yeah. And so far, they've already gone 20 seconds into this one with the Jets hem back in their own zone. Whitrock, who is on the point with Bloom, up front.
And it still hasn't worked.
Eklund along with Makowitz up front and Lobaugh, as they clear the puck the length of the ice. So 80 seconds left to go here in the power play. Jets will break out on the left wing pass. Lobaugh couldn't handle that. And Whitrock will go back for it. So we still have a little over a minute left to go. Whitrock over skates. Now he gets the puck back, works into the zone straight away. A shot right on and saved by Fowles. Rebound along the far boards. Bounces out towards center ice. Whitrock over there did knock it down, and he'll dump it in. 50 seconds to go in the power play. Capitals with the puck in their own zone. Malang will play it down the length of the ice. Jets will change up a couple of power play people. And Bloom will send it across. Here's Ibis with the puck.
There we go. I like this. Is like zone entry. I like just skate it in.
And he does exactly that. Goes after for it back in the net. Has it.
Set it up.
Plays it back out to the right point. They'll send it down low. Lobaugh back out to the right point. Elam a shot. That hit traffic. Ended up going wide of the net. Ibis couldn't knock it down at the left point. It does stay in the zone, though. Ibis with it. That was a good one, by the way. Couldn't knock it down. Ibis a shot right on. Save Fowles. Makowitz took a man down. Got away with it. Shot and a glove save by Fowles, and he'll hang on. I'll tell you what. I think the Jets got away with the one there. Makowitz definitely tripped the player for the Capitals, and no call was made. So 14:46 left to go. The penalty ends. Jets 0 for 1 on the man advantage, but they did have a couple of opportunities. And we'll see the Kaufman line out there for the first time as they ring it around near side. Elam will knock it down to the point. Back of the net, Myers. Now it's picked up by Omvig. He tried to play it ahead. That was knocked down. Jets Trying to center one, comes right through the middle. Nobody there for Kansas City. And it comes back the other way. Trying to work in. Sakura, he lost it, but the Capitals still have it. Then Kaufman, he couldn't get it out, but it's carried on, and Elam plays it up ahead. Here's Ibis into the zone. He tried to play it toward the net. That was blocked by Myers. Now puck goes into the far corner. They'll ring it around near side to the Capitals, and it does come out to center ice, tapped into the Jets' end. Elam able to poke it ahead, and it comes out to Lee. He just plays it up the near boards. No icing here, as Ferrari will go back, and the Jets make a wholesale player change. Long headman pass. That missed everybody. I don't know why they wouldn't call that icing, because I didn't think he touched it. But anyway, Bloom got it ahead for Deaver, who had a goal in his first game of the year last night. Coming off of an injury, then a shot by Ferrari on a bad clearing pass that he intercepted. Lemke got it out to center ice. Now Bennett pokes it ahead and trying to work into the zone. Deaver on left wing. He'll pull up at the half boards. Played it back out to the point. Bloom across, and a shot by Goodwin that hit a leg, ended up going wide. Then Lemke took his man down in the corner. The Jets center it. Nobody there though for Kansas City. Good job to keep it in by Krugel. Thompson gets a hit, takes it or plays it behind the net, and Bartholomew able to get it out to center ice. Ferrari will gain the red line and dump it in. Pedersen out of the net, leaves it there for Goodwin. Jets look to break out. Loba able to finally poke it out to center ice. Knocked it down. Thought he might have knocked it down with a high stick, but they didn't call anything. Here's Deaver with the puck. He'll work into the zone. Deaver, a long shot. That was wide of the goal. Loba the rebound. And it comes across. Deaver with it. Deaver a shot that hit a man.
Yes.
And back the other way. It's sent in by Barrett. Hard hit back behind the net. Fans yell, but no call by either of these two referees. They play it off the near side boards. Makowitz knocks it down. He'll pick up the puck. Getting some speed going, but he overskated it. And now back the other way. Sacker with a step trying to work in. Nice job coming across there by Eklund to break up that play. And tries to send it ahead. He got it to Makowitz all alone, and Angola's shot. And a save by Alford. And the rebound goes out of play. We'll get a whistle. So Josh Makowitz, fresh off his football banquet last night, has a little bit of energy this morning. And a pretty good pass that time, too, to send it ahead to him. Whitrock line out for the Jets. Comes back out near the point. Ignatiev did keep it in. Plays it back of the net. Off the end boards. They played up the far boards. Ignatiev again sends it down low. Low ball with it. Top of the circle. The shot goes wide. Eklund the rebound. Pinching in was Makowitz. Comes to the far side. Puck comes loose, and Omvig picks it up for the Capitals. He'll play it ahead. This could be icing. They wave it off as they say Makowitz could have got to it, and he probably could have. And so Eklund.
Linesmen want to go home watch a football game.
Could be. So Capitals try and play it out. It was kept in at the point. Puck comes across, and Des Moines gets the puck, and they'll dump it in. This should be icing, and it is called this time around. Don't they know the Iowa game was yesterday?
Maybe you got Chiefs fans up here.
Probably have a few. So it looks like he had a, I should mention, because this is his first game of the year, isn't it? Yeah. Jackson Fleming gets the nod for the Capitals. Has he been hurt? Another football player. So Fleming gets the nod. We're going to have another icing call against the Capitals. So we'll see the junior get an opportunity. Well, I tell you what, 5'10", 190. Wonder what he plays in football. Of course, in high school, 5'10", 190 can be a defensive lineman.
Boy, in the old days it could, but I'm not sure now what I've seen.
So Kaufman out for this draw. Comes back out to Elam at the point. He sends it across for his partner, and the shot by Arnold. That hit traffic in front. They come back the other way. 3-on-2 do the Capitals. Trying to work into the zone. A shot right on. Pettersson the save, and he covers up. I believe that was his first shot on goal.
You know why we get so many shots blocked, Joel?
Why is that?
We force too many. Well, all we do is forcing shots that should not be taken. Force, and it goes into people, so it ends up being a blocked shot.
That is a high school thing I've noticed. They all apparently don't know how rare quantum tunneling is, where a puck can actually go through solid material and come out the other side. It extremely rarely happens. But I have noticed that for whatever reason, high school players seem to believe that it will. Ibis on the draw after Kaufman got kicked off. It goes back behind the net, but then the Capitals take over. A shot and a save, and then they score. Shot from the point. And I think that deflected off of something on the way in. We'll try and be able to see it on the replay. And the Capitals strike first. And they lead it 1-0. We'll take a look here. Right off the draw again. The Jets had an opportunity to clear there. Goodwin played it up the boards, but nobody was there. Eventually it's going to come out to the point, and then the shot here. And I'm trying to see if it hit probably off of a Jets player. I mean, look, there's 4 guys, all blue jerseys in his way. And he gets his arm up, and I don't know if it went off his arm or not. But in the meantime, it's Capitals goal, and they lead it 1-0. Not the way the Jets wanted to start. Earliest goal of in a game this weekend. We'll see if the Jets can answer. The Capitals did yesterday. Every time the Jets would score, it seemed like the Capitals would answer. We'll see what the Jets do. As that was tipped in, and Bloom goes back for it. It's about 7 minutes into the first period. It's tipped ahead by Krugel, but the Capitals take over. They'll try and work in. Bloom is back. Puck goes back in the net. Centering pass that went off a leg of Deaver. Capitals still dangerous. They play it in front. Backhand shot and a save. Pettersson, and he hangs on. And we'll get a whistle. So 9:32 left to go, first period. Whitrock line comes out for Kansas City. Facing off against Moulton. Comes back out, and a shot right on by Millang, and the save by Pettersson. Another face-off to his left. Won it again, and a shot right on. Another save by Pettersson, who's had to find these pucks coming through screens. Couldn't find the one. A couple of wins by Moulton there on Whitrock. And now they...
Unfortunately, most of the screens have blue jerseys on.
Well, yeah. Like I said, we saw 4 different blue jerseys that went through on the goal. I'm not sure if it hit anything on the way in. This time, Whitrock was able to tie him up and win the draw. Makowitz sends it around Lobaugh. He'll tip it ahead, and then overskated by Ignachev. Shot and a save again by Pettersson. And Makowitz plays it off the boards, waiting for the glass to break. And here's Lobaugh into the corner. Lobaugh with way all over him. Puck comes up the far boards. Capitals take over. They will dump it in. Makowitz back for it. Plays it up the far boards, but again, nobody there for the Jets as Omvig picked it off. He'll center one. Eklund over there knocks it away. Plays it off the end boards and around. And the Jets again continue to get hemmed in their own end. Omvig tried to center it. That was blocked by Ignachev. And now Lobaugh. Oh, he almost handed it right to the Capitals, but got the puck back. And he'll work up left wing. Landon Lobaugh got it into the zone, but not deep. Omvig takes over, played it in the middle. That was dangerous. Ends up coming to Kaufman. He'll just play it back in the net. Capitals take over there again, and up ahead, Sacker with it. And it's picked off, but offsides, as Ibis doesn't know his own speed. 8:10 to go here, halfway through the first period. Jets trailing 1-0. Neutralized face-off. Kaufman between Ibis and Lee. Off the face-off, Lee will work into the zone. He's on all his own. A shot and a save by Fleming as he took that off his shoulder. They center it again, and then Lee couldn't get a stick on it. Now it comes loose, and they play it to the line. Not out. Good job to keep that one in by Arnold. They center it again. Loose in front. Kaufman a shot and another kick save by Fleming. He has been sharp so far. Puck sent down in. They wave this off on the possible icing. It was knocked down near the side of the net. Jets take over, but they can't clear. Ferrari will play it back in the net. And they center it again. Jets are able to clear it out of harm's way. Puck comes bouncing out to center ice. 7.5 minutes left to go in the first period. Puck came to the side of the goal, and Pettersson will take no chances and cover up.
Had a couple good chances that last shift. I liked it.
It was. So I don't know how much work Fleming has gotten, you know, practice-wise and whatnot while he was playing football.
Well, let's help him out. Let's let him see a lot of rubber.
That's what I was thinking. Off the face-off, Lemke trying to play it up the boards. Bloom will go back for it in the corner. Plays it up the far boards, and Lemke again. 3-on-3 with the Jets going into the zone with Krugel and Deaver. And the shot and a glove save by Fleming. And he will hang on. Under 7 minutes to go, first period. Jets trailing 1-0. Krugel will stay out for this offensive face-off. Thompson at the dot, and it's played up the boards and down the ice. This should be icing. No, they say it went off of. They said it played off of a Jets player, so they waved it off. Ferrari over for it. He'll play it back to the point. It's taken there by Stiles. A shot right on and a save by Pettersson, and he hangs on. 6:40 showing on the clock here in the first period. So again, this Sunday morning game is looking an awful lot like the Saturday night game in terms of the way, you know, the Jets are playing, and also the way the Capitals are playing for that matter. Boy, Whitrock gets kicked out immediately after coming in. Not exactly the standard that was set in the last game.
Well, you also look at the linesman who kicked him out too. Enough said.
So puck up the near side boards. And now here's Ferrari with speed trying to work into the zone, and the play is offsides as Bartholomew went in just ahead of the play. And we do get a whistle. Neutral ice face-off, 6:20 to go. In the first period. Whitrock between Loba and Eklund. Makowitz and Ignatjev for the Jets. Puck in the neutral zone. Eklund tried to work ahead with it. His stick was lifted, and then he gets it back. Able to get it in deep. Takes a hit. Capitals get it behind the net. Loba over there tried to poke it free. Comes up the far side boards. Makowitz able to take it away. We got a whistle, and there's going to be a penalty. I believe it may be a high stick on Makowitz. I don't think he likes the call very much. It's elbowing is the call. What, did you see it? I didn't. He ended up going around the guy. You know, sometimes that's one thing that sometimes does happen with tall players. Is sometimes, because you know, we used to see that a lot with some of our taller players where they would go in for a hit. They'd have their elbow down, and he didn't really even go for a hit. He was actually trying to get around the player. And I think it just happens to be that his elbow is at roughly the head level of the other player, and he ended up getting called for it. So Jets killing a penalty here, already trailing 1-0. Puck comes loose in front. Oh, a nice defensive play there to break it up by Ignatjev. Capitals on the power play, though. They tried to send it across. That was broken up. Right point, Sacra with it. He'll send it across, picked off by Ibis. He'll try and work ahead with it, and he'll just get to the red line and dump it in. Kaufman out there as well, killing this penalty. Elam and Ignatjev with Makowitz in the box. So Elam will dump it in. I think that might have hit the linesman.
Number 16, Joshua Makowitz, 2 minutes for an elbow.
So Ferrari with the puck goes right up the middle of the ice. He tries to work into the zone. A shot right on. Save Pettersson, and he'll cover up.
Let's just kill off this penalty and then return a pissed off Makowitz.
1:06 until that happens. 5:08 in the first period. Jets trailing 1-0. Filling off a penalty here as they bring Whitrock out, along with Krugel, Bloom, and Goodwin to kill this penalty. Here is Barron's shot. That was blocked by Bloom. Puck comes right through the middle, and Krugel blocked that one as well. Puck goes along the near side boards. Now back out to the right point. Myers there with it. A shot well wide of the goal. And Krugel able to backhand it out to center ice. 40 seconds to go in the man advantage. Myers up ahead to Barons. He plays it across the ice. Goodwin goes down along with Omveg. Puck still in the corner. It comes. They try to center it. It pops right into the crease, and Pettersson will just hop on it himself and get a faceoff with 20 seconds left to go on the power play.
Something wrong with Goodwin?
Hard to say. I think he's testing out his skates,
Yeah.
it looks like. He'll stay out there. Bloom comes off, and Elam comes on, and now it's Whitrock and Loba. And Lane wins the faceoff. Puck, Elam, back of the net. He lost an edge, lost the puck. Still a power play for 10 seconds for the Capitals. Puck comes out to the left point. Walking the line there was Schurman. Now puck in the corner. Makowitz is out of the box, goes right on the ice. Loba tried to poke that away. Now back of the net. Makowitz over there knocks it down. It comes in front. Barron's a shot that hit a leg. Puck still back of the net. Capitals 5 aside, but they're dangerous. Shot, score. Again, might have hit something on the way through. Yet another screenshot. It's an even strength goal, obviously. And it's 2-0. We'll take a look here. As the Jets had multiple opportunities to clear the zone and didn't do it. Eventually, this puck is going to come back to the point. And yeah, I don't know how that got through or exactly what happened.
That's a couple 35, 40-foot shots.
Yeah, both of them. But did it hit something on the way? I don't know. There were certainly players in front, but I can't tell based on that. It ended up going 5-hole on Pettersson to make it 2-0. So obviously, again, not the start the Jets were looking for with 3.5 minutes to go here in the period, and a shot and a save Pettersson. And we will get a face-off. If you're wondering.
Yeah, here's the thing, and our mouths are kind of open on it, and the problem is because Zach Pettersson has been so good.
If you're wondering, Camden Krugel is the backup for him today.
No, we're not.
He, of course, played very well.
Yeah, it's just when somebody so good as Zach Pettersson is, it's always kind of eye-opening because we never think he should let anything in.
Right.
Which is not fair to him, obviously.
Nope.
It's 28 and 41.
Delayed offsides. I'm not so sure that was the right call because it looked like Deaver had pulled the puck into his own zone. But at any rate, they did clear up and puck out to center ice.
Skating through 3 people probably doesn't really work a lot.
Lemke couldn't get a stick on it. Comes back, and again, Arnold backhanded it ahead toward Deaver, pokes it ahead to Krugel. He'll work in. Krugel, a shot, and that went off a stick, and Fleming had to be pretty alert there. Jets still back in the net. Lemke, he's pushed to the boards. Deaver comes over to lend the hand. Deaver trying to walk in front, goes to the side of the net. Fleming knocked it away. And the Capitals take over, and they send it down the ice. This will be icing against Des Moines. with 2:19 left to go in the first period. Jets trailing 2-0. Long time still to play in this game, though. And you had to know that the Capitals would be coming hard against the Jets after losing yesterday. Whitrock line is out. Back to Eklund on the face-off win, but then it was knocked away from Bloom. And Jets need to tag up. They do, with 2:10 left to go in the period. It is tipped into the Jets' end. Goodwin back for it. He plays it up the boards. That one goes wide off the end boards. Eklund ties his guy up, and it comes away Whitrock, and now here is Loba. He'll work in on left wing. Try to work toward the middle. Overskated the puck. It's intercepted, and a lead pass. Sacra did tip it, so no icing here. Back behind the net. Sacra pushed down by Bloom. Looked up looking for a penalty, didn't get one. Whitrock ahead. He gets it to Eklund. He'll work into the zone. Eklund tried to play it in front. Does. Whitrock shot. And I don't know if that went off the glove of Fleming or he just missed the net. Comes to Eklund. Eklund near the top of the circle. Play it into the corner. Down low back of the net. Capitals take over there. They'll play it off the sideboards and out. Bloom there with 1:13 left to go in the period. That was picked off by Moulton. He takes a big hit. Trying to work in Loba. He has Lee in front. Brody Lee will pick up the loose puck, trying to center it, gets it in for Ignatjev, a shot, then the rebound is there, Loba, and he can't get it in. Unable to get that one up, and finally Fleming will cover up.
It's two excellent chances right there.
They really were. Loba probably had the best one, but he really couldn't get good possession of the puck to flip it up over the goaltender, who was down, prone position, but he wasn't able to take advantage of it.
And that is harder than it looks.
Jets finish the line change. Clean win by Kaufman. Comes back out to Makowitz. Now Lee in front. Kaufman a shot. And he put that high over the net. And Ignatjev pinches in. Got it to Ibis. Tried to center one. Does. Nobody there for the Jets, but it's poked away by Kaufman. Again, Ibis back in the net. He lost it. Comes ahead. 33 seconds left to go. And here come the Capitals trying to work in.
Whoa!
Huge hit by Makowitz.
Oh.
Coming across the middle on Geringer.
Oh my God! Note to self: keep your head up.
And I tell you what, he learned his lesson there, I would imagine. Trying to work in Ignatjev, and now here's Leah's shot. Comes back out, and a shot by Makowitz wide of the mark. 8 seconds left. And a shot by Kaufman, looking for the redirect. 3 seconds left. Another shot to save Fleming, and the buzzer will sound. And Geringer gives a little shove to Makowitz at the end.
That's not a very good idea.
No, I was thinking the same thing. If I were he, I probably would just skate to the locker room. But unfortunately, the Jets down 2-0 after 17 minutes of hockey. So, again, like I said, it was a couple of long shots that ended up leading to those goals. We'll have a chance to look at them in the first period intermission after this break. But really, the Jets, were able to come up with some pretty good chances toward the end there. But we want to see a lot more offense, hopefully, in the next period. We'll take a break and come back with the first intermission coming up right after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Grab your favorite teddy bear and bring your whole family out for a night of fun, charity, and community, as the Kansas City Jets will be hosting the second annual Teddy Bear Takeoff. The Kansas City Jets, the area's premier high school hockey team and defending Midwest high school hockey champions, will be playing the Des Moines Oak Leafs on November 30th at 5:10 p.m. at the Kansas City Ice Center. All teddy bears and proceeds collected will go to local charities that serve children in need. Admission is free. So come out, bring the family, and bring teddy bears or plush toys, and watch them take off.
Jeremy Franklin here from Jeremy Franklin Automotive. This week, everyone's talking about my sale. Why? Down payments are just $2. Trade-ins, I'll pay up to $4,950 over appraised value, even if you owe too much. Why am I doing this? Because it's summer, I'm excited about life, and you should be too. Now let's all say it together. It's my most outrageous sale ever, but only for a limited time. Call today, come in today. Whatever you do, don't delay, because today's the day. Is your credit PU? You'll scream woohoo when we approve you. My one and only For the People credit approval process is the real deal. Woo-hoo. So get a nicer, newer car for just $2 down. And bring in your old clunker and get up to $4,950 more than what it's worth. Woo-hoo. This month only for the first 71 customers. I'm Jeremy Franklin. Come see us at Jeremy Franklin Automotive, South Kansas City. Call 816-523-6900 or jeremyfranklin.com. jeremyfranklin.com, where you'll always be another satisfied customer.
Call 816-595-9000 for terms and conditions.
How you doing? Richie the Iceman Zamboni here for Kansas City Ice Center. You know, my mother always told me, Iceman, there are 3 things every kid should know. How to ride a bike, how to make mac and cheese and not interrupt my soap opera, and how to ice skate. Well, the Iceman can't help you with your culinary difficulties with your children, but Kansas City Ice Center can sure get you going with those ice skating lessons. Send your kids to Kansas City Ice Center, and they'll be skating like they grew up in Alaska in no time. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 is setting up group lessons now for kids of all ages. And when kids are skating, they ain't getting into no trouble. They're having a good time and they're making new friends. Kansas City Ice Center on Johnson Drive between 435 and K7 and online at kcicecenter.com. Put your kids on ice at Kansas City Ice Center. It's cool.
I've been in a lot of locker rooms over the years, and you want to know who has the biggest nuts in town? Packer Fastener. I'm talking nuts, bolts, screws, everything commercial contractors and fabricators need. Packer Fastener has it, with the fastest growing threaded fastener inventory in the Kansas City area and more. Tools, safety supplies, abrasives, you name it. Plus, they ship anywhere in the U.S. with hella speed and accuracy. So don't get caught with your pants down. Get the job supplies you need when you need them. Shop PackerFastener.com. This Jets webcast is brought to you in part by Bicklemeyer Meats, Donovan Service, Edward Jones Investments, Gladstone Automotive Group, Goodwin Homeworks, KC Ice, Kansas Financial Resources, Myers Brothers, and Mining the Gap. Each week in public schools, Mining the Gap volunteers mentor children, host a Bible club, and encourage teachers so that children become better readers today and discover hope for tomorrow. Thanks to all the sponsors and supporters of Kansas City Jets hockey.
Welcome back out to Buccaneers Arena. Joel Becker and Mike Curry sitting in for Gary Scabona as the Jets trailing the Capitals 2-0 in the first period intermission here at Buccaneers Arena. The only 2 goals, obviously, for the Capitals. We'll take a look at and see whether or not we can figure out how these happen. Although, I'll tell you what, one thing we can say is that one of the reasons why these sorts of things happen is the Jets have had a hard time breaking out of their own zone, and way too much of this sort of stuff where they just play it up a board, and the Capitals will end up continuing with it. So this original shot here was saved, and he didn't, you know, that was another thing about this play, was that Pettersson really could have caught this, and he didn't. As you can see, you know, he's got the ejecto mitt going there. Bloom was able to clear it, but it comes right back out to the point. And the one-timer by Shoreman there, and I don't know if we'll be able to tell based on this video footage. I'll bring it in as close as I can and then follow the puck. So there is the puck right there. See that little black thing, but it's going to be hard to tell. One thing you can tell is there are a lot of blue jerseys in between. So it goes through one there and then a second one. Okay, that was the puck coming out. And then he takes this shot. So here's the original shot. So it comes out, he takes the shot, and it goes by one, and it's still coming in. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see it. That was Goodwin, as you can see. But, all right, so let's follow the camera a little bit, because I can move it over here. So the puck, yeah, it looks to me like it may have gone off the glove of Bloom there, because look, it goes off of his glove. Yeah, absolutely. Now that I can see it, that is definitely what happened. So you can see the puck is coming in right there. Here it comes, and there it is. See that little black mark, and it goes off the glove of Bloom. And you can see that Zach Pettersson has his arm up, trying to follow his blocker to where he thinks the puck is going, because it's on an upward trajectory. So you can see him moving it up, but because it hits Bloom's glove, it now goes down and ends up going underneath right there. You can see it right there between, right under his arm, and goes back into the back of the net. And that's how the Capitals do get their first goal. And then let's take a look at goal number 2. It was a similar kind of situation, in fact. And once again, the Jets have chances to clear a zone and don't. Eventually, they're going to play it out to the point. And then this one is going to be another one that's going to come from a long way away. And you can see right there as the puck is moving through. We'll see whether or not we can follow it here. So there's the little black puck going through. And it ends up going right through his legs, but I'm not exactly sure how. Whoops. A little too far. So there we go. So, and again, he had a lot of traffic in front of him. It may just be that he couldn't see it until it got, that's Goodwin that it went by there. As well as, I assume that would be Bloom would be the other guy, because that's normally his partner. No, I take that back. There's a 4 I can see, so maybe that's Thompson Krugel or Dane Kaufman. I don't know. I would imagine it's Krugel based on the fact that Whitrock's out with him. So it ends up going right through, and I can't tell if it hits his stick there. You see that puck? You see the little black just right in front of his stick here, and it may have hit his stick or may have hit his leg, but you can see the puck again will appear, you know, right as it goes through. And based on its trajectory, it may very well have changed direction on Pettersson. Ends up going through his legs and into the back of the net. So that is how we ended up where we are, which is 2-0 Des Moines. It's only the end of the first period, though, so still plenty of time for the Jets to do something. So in the meantime, so as far as doing something is concerned, we'll give you a Heartland memory from the late Right Reverend Lewis. This one's called The Good Old Days, and we'll be back with the second period right after that here on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Hello, I'm David R. Lewis. I'm glad you could join me for Theater of the Mind. In this Heartland memory from my childhood, we're going back in time to the good old days. I went to the grocery store yesterday. That's not big news. I'm no stranger to grocery stores, but on this occasion, I was transported back in time to Dave Brumfield's General Store in my hometown in the mid-1950s. Ah, yes, the good old days. Now, before we get all wound up about the social issues of the time, the myth of the good old days, and the rest of the claptrap some naysayers rely on to feel superior and salve their consciences, let me say that in some instances, they are exactly right. But to an 8-year-old in my humble village of less than 1,000 people, however, social issues meant who your best friend was, and we lived in a different world. There was no daycare. There were parents. If a kid didn't have 2 of them, somebody had died. There was no preschool or kindergarten. We spent our first 6 years at home, being kids. Then we became students. Soccer was something you did to a girl if she wouldn't leave you alone. And nothing was as pretty as a brand new baseball. Many of us had jobs before we were 10. We swam in the lake or the river. Summer evenings were spent on the porch or at the Friday night free movie in the park. The Salk vaccine for infantile paralysis was a godsend because parents weren't afraid of August anymore. And vacation Bible school was boring. Some things never change. But back to Dave Brumfield's General Store. Dave Brumfield was my grandfather's sister's husband. The store was on the same lot as their house at the intersection of their street and Highway 150. I don't know what the name of the street was. The streets didn't have names. We knew where everybody lived. The store was small, even to me. Dave stocked things like sugar and salt-cured hams that hung on strings from nails, lard in buckets, bacon wrapped in burlap, flour in cloth bags, maple syrup in tins that looked like cabins, beef and chicken in tubs of ice, Coca-Cola and 7-Up in a water-filled cooler, sugar in paper bags, eggs you had to bring your own basket for, milk in bottles with 6 inches of cream on top, Barlow pocket knives, diamond matches, whorehound candy, a name that cracked us up when we got a little older, kerosene at 15 cents a gallon, and once in a while, a channel catfish or two on ice. Salmon came in cans. A shrimp was somebody little, and nobody would have known what orange roughy was. Dave Brumfield had been wounded in World War I and was never in good health, so when word circulated that a new store was coming to town, he was grateful to retire. The rest of us didn't realize his retirement signaled the end of an era, but it did. You see, the new store was something called an IGA food liner. None of us knew what that was, but it sounded awesome. Food liner. It had to be something pretty special. They built it close to the Baptist church, tore down 5 or 6 old houses just to make room for the thing. They put in a parking lot. There wasn't a store in town with a parking lot, and this one even had big, tall lights in it. Nothing like this had ever happened before. Then, one fateful day, it opened. That evening, even though it was in easy walking distance of my home, my grandparents and I took the old 49 Plymouth. Didn't want to waste that parking lot. We approached it in awe. The place was a fraction of the size of a major henhouse market, but to us, the mothership had landed. The outside was all lit up. The parking lot was like daytime. The doors opened by themselves. Inside, the endless brightly lit aisles displayed more goodies than any of us had ever seen in one spot. Good grief! You put the stuff on the table to pay for it, and it moved away from you toward the lady at the cash register all by itself. My little town had been invaded by selection and convenience. The next week, the IGA food liner had a grand opening on Friday night. The usual free movie in the city park was canceled. It couldn't compete with that. A band played in the parking lot. And I recall my grandfather saying that the whole damn town was there as he registered for the big drawing. Grand prize was $300 silver. Near the end of the evening, the drawing was held. Minnie Parnell won a $20 gift certificate. Our next-door neighbors were awarded a brand-new pressure cooker. Some other folks won some stuff, and then came the biggie. The MC reached into the big glass case and announced the winner. Frank White, my granddad. The $300 silver were in a mesh potato sack, and when the guy passed it down to my grandpa, the sack broke, scattering the tinkling coins throughout the crowded parking lot. For the next few minutes, a steady stream of people brought my grandfather money. When we got home, he counted it. 299 silver dollars. The next day, somebody stopped him on the street and gave him the last one. And that is 300 of the reasons they call it the good old days. At least that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for dropping by Theater of the Mind.
Welcome back out to Buccaneers Arena. Joel Becker and Mike Curry sitting in for Homer Scabona as we get started with the second period of action here. Jets trailing 2-0. So, you know, again, you don't want to be pressing the panic button here or anything like that. It's not like we're
not yet,
you know, down by 5 or something. But at the same time, we would like to see him step up their play. I imagine they heard some of that from the Brain Trust. We'll see what happens here. Teams 5 aside to start things off. We're underway as Lobaugh will dump it in. So back forward Schuerman up the near side boards. Ignatieff pinches in. Lobaugh there. It comes back out. Oh, and comes back the other way. Another big hit. And this time
no.
he's not getting up.
I hope he gets up.
And again, it was an absolutely clean hit. It was. It looks to me like they may be taking him off when they're talking to the referee.
Okay, here's a Jake again, and I sure hope that boy's okay.
I mean,
here's a Jake Taylor penalty. A totally clean hit that's too hard.
Right. And it really, I mean, again, it was they're calling it roughing.
Oh,
how
my
is that
gosh.
Roughing? I mean,
that's terrible.
I usually don't, you know, you don't really want to do this that often, but this is just, like I said, it's just too much of a...
It's the old Jake Taylor penalty when the refs come in the locker room and say, Gary, your guys are hitting us too hard.
So, I mean, you know, again, here it is. So he's skating up. He's got his head down. It is shoulder to the chest.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hard hit. I'll grant that. But how is that roughing? I mean... And I tell you what, Gary Emmons was not happy at all.
Yeah, it's just the whole thing is, again, I got.
He didn't hit him in the head. He didn't. He hit him right in the chest. It's Makowitz's second penalty, by the way. They're still having a discussion. And I guarantee you, Emmons is not a happy camper right now, having that discussion with the official about that hit. Like I said, it's not like we haven't gone through this for years at this point.
Yeah.
As the Jets will send it down the ice. After for it is Ibis. Had it poked away by Saker. Sakri, I believe, actually is how you pronounce his name. And now it's Omvik trying to go back the other way. Or excuse me, it's Ferrari. He'll work in. Ferrari, sharp angle shot, glove saved by Pettersson. I did, by the way, get a chance to see, you weren't here, but I get a chance to see how those two shots came in. And one of them actually went off the glove of Bloom. Bloom went to go grab it. It actually hit him in the glove and it changed direction. And you can actually see Zach was bringing his blocker up. Oh, here's a steal and trying to go back the other way. Trying to work into the zone is Kaufman, but he had it poked away. So, like I said, you see that his blocker is coming up on the same trajectory as the puck, but then Bloom hits it and it goes down underneath, right, under his basically underarm. And that was how the first one scored.
You know, it had to be something like that because Zach is virtually 1,000% on anything that comes in straight.
Well, something like that, yeah. The second one is kind of a similar situation where I believe it hit a blue jersey, a Jets player, on the way in. Oh, here's and there's going to be a penalty now on Bartholomew. They're going to call holding as Ibis had tried to work the puck free, and he ended up getting basically corkscrewed down to the ground. And so we're going to skate 4-on-4 for 51 seconds. And then the Jets will have a power play for a little over a minute. Boy, this game could degenerate.
Are you getting that feel?
Yeah. I hope it doesn't. I mean, I'll say this, that the Capitals are not known for being that kind of a team, and neither are the Jets. So hopefully it won't. But you never know.
In other words, we're not talking like some other unnamed organizations.
Yes. That might be different colors.
Yeah.
So you do understand what I was implying there.
Yeah.
All right. So Bloom will play it up the board. Still 4-on-4 hockey for another 23 seconds. Back is Malang. He'll play it up ahead. Now Sakri. That was poked away by Goodwin. It's carried on by the Capitals, but Lemke was able to knock it away right near the line. Capitals get it in, but Whitrock takes it away. 5 seconds until the Jets go on a power play here. And looks like the Capitals are getting their penalty killers on as Makowitz comes on the ice. What really is unfortunate about that whole thing is it's going to give a message to Josh that he shouldn't hit people. No icing.
Yeah,
here,
it's the Jake Taylor syndrome.
Right, which is just sad.
And even I talked to Josh between periods, and he said that first one they gave him the elbow on barely brushed anything.
Yeah, I know. Like I said.
I said, Josh, you just got a penalty because you're too tall.
No. Power play for the Jets. Ibis plays it down low, gets it back straight away. Came off his stick, and a good effort by Lee. And now here's Kaufman with it. Back out again, left point for Ibis. He'll walk the line. Wrist shot, loose in front, and Makowitz got a stick on it, put it over the net. Oh, it comes out to the point, and Ibis couldn't keep it in. That was a mistake by Kaufman, and then this play is offsides. Kaufman had a chance to stop that, and he let it go to Ibis, but Ibis had come off the point, and so that was why that whole sequence occurred. 21 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Jets. They trail it 2-0 early on here in the second period. We're 3:14 in. Neutralized face-off. Capitals win the draw, and they will look for a lane and send it down the ice.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, I like Harry on the point. I've never been a big, putting 4 forwards out on my power play. But the one thing with Harry, I don't have to worry, for a shorty because he's going to catch him.
Yeah, that is always helpful. Penalty is over. Puck still along the near side boards. Makowitz over there. He's trying to kick the puck ahead. Does get it into the zone, but the Capitals play it right back out. Teams 5 aside. Ferrari with the puck. He'll circle around near the point. Just sends it down low. Christensen played it back. It comes toward the middle. That went off the skate of Kaufman and into the corner. They try to center it in front. Christensen goes off his stick. Now back out to the point. Long shot. That was blocked, but eventually comes to Pettersson, and he will catch it and hang on. 12:48 left to go in the second period. Jets looking for their first goal today. Trailing 2-0. The Krugel line comes out. Thompson between Deaver and Lemke. And off the face-off, they play it around near side for Bennett Lemke. He'll work up that near side boards, and we get a whistle, and we're going to get a penalty on the Capitals. Happened way behind the play as Arnold took a hit. And so Sakri will end up going off for 2 minutes for roughing, and the Jets will get a power play. First full one.
The roughing behind the play works a lot better in a 3-man system than it does a 4-man system.
Yeah, I'll say that is definitely true. Well, I mean, that used to be a thing back when, I was a kid. Is you always, if you could manage to get behind the last linesman, you could pretty well do whatever you wanted. Well, it's good to see that apparently they didn't scare Makowitz off of hitting people, because he just laid in a pretty good one there. Into Stiles. Jets on the power play. It's Ibis. He'll work in front. Sharp angle shot, save. Fleming rebound, and they knock it the length of the ice. This is the first game of the year for Jackson Fleming. We talked about it before. For the Capitals, he was playing football before this. Right wing pass, Brody Lee. He'll get it into the zone and just dump it in behind. Malang after for it. He takes a hit. Puck squirts back out to the point. Ibis' shot. He put it wide. Rebound. Goodwin. His shot was off a leg, and the puck sent down the ice. On goal, Pettersson makes the save. And with a minute left to go in the man advantage, Capitals will make some player changes, and the Jets look to work ahead. Here is Lee with it. They have had at least a couple of decent entries, but they haven't been able to work the puck free. That's the thing, is if you're going to do it like that, you also, because you have the man advantage, have to be, on that forecheck in a hurry. Here's Ibis.
Set it up.
And straight away a shot. That was blocked, but it's carried on by Eklund. Eklund from the corner in front. He was looking for Lobaugh. He missed it. Goodwin still with it. 25 seconds to go in the power play. He'll just play it around near side for Makowitz. Makowitz left it in the corner. Lobaugh. Lobaugh back in the net, comes out the far side. He plays it down low. Eklund a shot, save Fleming. Rebound side of the net. Eklund will play it back out to Ibis. Now again for Lobaugh. His pass back to Ibis was intercepted, but then he did get it to him. Now back in the net, Makowitz. He'll play it. Lobaugh. Lobaugh walking in, a shot and a save as Eklund had gotten Lobaugh the pass. Save Fleming.
We got a couple tough guys in front of the net on Makowitz now.
And he is escorted toward the Jets bench as the penalty comes to a close. Jets 0 for 2 on the power play. 10:37 left to go, second period. 2-0 game. Capitals on top. Both goals in the first period. Teams at 5 aside. Lobaugh takes a hit. Well, Whitrock, or that was actually Eklund who took a hit, and we are going to get a penalty. Eklund was looking for it as he was taken down. And it looks like it is yet another roughing call, and this one will go to Grady Stiles. So Stiles off for roughing, and the Jets go right back on the power play. Wasn't the best power play I've ever seen, but it wasn't bad. They certainly had some zone time.
Get away.
Off the face-off goes along the near side boards. Low ball over there, plays it back to the point. Whitrock. Now the puck bounces ahead, and trying to work ahead to it was Behrens, and eventually Eklund will catch up to it. Oh, and then away from the play, I tell you what, Ibis was dumped there, or excuse me, that was Whitrock, and that could have been called and wasn't. So here's Whitrock with the puck as he and Bloom both originally skated away from it. Minute 15 to go in the power play. Low ball with the puck. He got it ahead. Makowitz will backhand it in. Lang after for it. That goes behind the net. Good job by Lobaugh to work it free. Plays it back out to the point. They'll send it across Whitrock. Whitrock across. Bloom on his backhand just dumps it back of the net for Makowitz. Makowitz having a hard time trying to figure out where the puck was. And now 3 players over there as Lobaugh trying to lend a hand, but Makowitz lost his stick, and the Capitals take over, and they whack it out to center ice and into the Jets' end, and Whitrock will have to go back for it. Half a minute to go in the power play.
Yeah, we're going to have to start capitalizing on some of this, Joel.
No pun intended. Capitalize.
Yeah, okay.
Bloom with the puck. 15 seconds to go in the man advantage. He'll just play it up the far boards. Lee got it ahead. Makowitz trying to go to Lobaugh. It was poked away. Bartholomew ahead. And then Whitrock will play it around for Bloom. He just poked it ahead. Oh, the Capitals get it, a shot. That goes wide off the end boards. Teams back to 5 aside. Jets 0 for 3 on the power play. Whitrock ahead off the stick of Lobaugh. That was kept in, a long shot handled by Pettersson on the shot from Geringer. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off. About halfway through this game. We're just past the halfway point. 8:13 left to go in the second period. Jets trailing 2-0. So Kaufman line out, brings it around on the near side for Ibis. In the middle for Lee. He'll work into the zone on left wing. Pulls up, over skated, got it back, sends it down low. He's looking for Kaufman. That was blocked. Puck along the corner boards. 4 players over trying to fight for it. Kaufman came away with it for a moment, but then the Capitals took it away, and it's backhanded up the boards and out to center. Arnold across for Elam. He'll dump it in. It was off the end boards in front, and the Capitals sent it down the ice. Arnold chased after for it. I don't know, again, why wave that off? I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem with waving it off. What I have a problem with is waiting until 10, right before and then waving it off, because there was no reason to. He could not have played that. So if you were going to waive it because he could have played it earlier, then that was a reason to do it. But doing it then was just, there was nothing to do. But anyway, puck behind the Jets net. Comes up the far boards. Kaufman. He'll try and send it ahead. That pass for Ibis was intercepted. A shot and a stick save. Looked like he got it off the shaft of the stick above his blocker. Lee kicks it ahead, and the Jets just going to send it down the ice this time, looking for icing as they need a line change. That was the other thing about those power plays that I kind of felt like, is that I felt like the power play unit stayed on too long. That we didn't change our
we've got a history of that.
I know. It's one thing to do that if you've got the puck. If you had a whole bunch of, zone time and you were just passing it around,
But you're wasting all that energy trying to get zone entry.
Right. So to me, it's like, okay, well, in that case, 45 seconds and get off the ice. But
we're just. I'm back to we just forced too many shots from out.
Krugel over there trying to work the puck free. And it comes in the middle. Krugel, he fanned, but then Deaver gets it. Deaver a shot that hit traffic in front. I think he may have actually hit Lemke with it. And it's lifted out to center ice by the Capitals. Bloom over there. He got a stick on it. It was gloved down into the zone. A shot and a blocker save on that shot by Parker. Capitals keep it in again. They play it right through the middle. Nobody can get a stick on that elevated pass, though. Bloom back of the net. Under 6 minutes to go, second period. Up ahead, Lemke. Past him, it goes down the ice. They're saying no icing. So out of the net, Fleming left it there. Oh, he made a miscommunication. Lemke tried to get it in front. He ends up getting knocked down. The puck goes into the corner. And then Deaver, a good job to knock it away. But Bartholomew, he lost the puck. Krugel trying to work in. Puck goes back toward the Jets line. Goodwin plays it off the glass and down into the Capitals end. Back for it is Gehringer. Up on the near side boards. They get it out to center. Jets knock it down. Low ball, couldn't get a stick on it. Now Goodwin again. They'll play it left side. Oh, that's too many men. They did not call that, but that was too many men. That guy came off the bench and played that puck while his replacement was still on the ice. Didn't call it. Here's Deaver. Shot right on, saved Fleming, and he hangs on.
They got 4 guys out there.
Yeah. I mean, you could see, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Guy was standing. I mean, he was standing at the bench, but the thing about it, in that sort of a situation, you can usually get away with coming on the ice a little early. What you can't do is play the puck.
I'm surprised you didn't hear screaming from our bench.
Yeah. I would agree. In the meantime, Jets get an offensive faceoff with just under 5 minutes left to go in the second period. Whitrock wins it. Comes back to Makowitz at the point. He tried to send it down low. That hit Eklund. Now Whitrock again, and the Capitals send it down the ice. Not sure this will make it all the way down as they...
Well, they wave it off.
Yeah, because, well, Ignatiev could have caught up to it, and he did, in fact. Now Barons trying to play it in front. It was poked away. They got it out toward the point, and now it's picked off by Eklund. He'll come back the other way. He's got Whitrock with him, trying to work through. Whitrock, sharp angle shot. I'm not sure if Fleming got that or if it was the defenseman. Comes back out to the point. Wrist shot. Oh, that hurt. The player Myers in front on that wrister from Makowitz. As we've talked about, he hits a lot on those pucks. As we're going to get an icing call against Des Moines.
Well, at least we didn't get a penalty for shooting the puck too hard.
4:05 to go, second period. Jets still looking for their first goal. They're trailing 2-0 after winning yesterday, 4-3. Makowitz kept it in on the first drive, and then they get it past him on the second. Left wing pass played by Parker into the zone, knocked down, and Kaufman, now it does come out to center ice, dumped back in, delayed offsides out of the net. Pettersson left it for Ignatjev. Oh, he made a bad pass up the boards. It's picked off, trying to walk in front with it. A shot right on, save, and there's going to be a penalty, and it's going to be Makowitz again. It's his third penalty.
I'm wondering if we.
And that's it for him. He's giving him a head contact penalty, and if it is, that means he is out for the first game against the Oak Leafs next weekend, because that would be penalties 3 and 4.
Yeah.
You know, since it is a big deal, and I tell you what, that I don't really like the crowd cheering that as well, because that's just not really right.
Yeah.
I understand it, but let's see if we can see the hit as to whether or not it really was head contact.
Where are we at here?
Well, it's going to happen in just a second right there. You know, that, to be honest, I'll give him something. That really could be charging.
You know, he left his feet.
Yeah, it could be charging. I don't know that it was head contact.
He left his feet.
But he did leave his feet. So I would call that charging.
Yeah.
And so I think that's probably a legit. Of all the calls he had, that one was legit.
That one was legit.
And it was a legit 2 and 10 as well, because even though I don't think it was head contact.
So they give him 4 total penalties.
Yeah. One was really legit, although it was a double penalty.
Two of them totally illegitimate.
Yeah.
Look at the last 2 was actually legit.
Yeah.
No, the people up here, the cheering and that, they got a self-awareness problem up here.
Yep. Eklund is serving the 2. And, of course, Makowitz is off the ice because he's got a game misconduct. Of course, we beat him without him yesterday, so. Power play. Shot goes wide by the Capitals. They lead it 2-0 and have the man advantage for the next minute and 37 seconds. So technically, Makowitz has 5 penalties in this game, the last being the game misconduct. There's a shot and a save on a good shot by Max Myers. Pettersson was able to keep it away, and now we get a hand pass. And so this face-off will come out to center ice. So Makowitz ends up, that was just, you know, it was one of those things where when that sort of thing starts, either he backs off and plays back, you know, and plays without hitting the rest of the game. But if he plays his game, it was just a matter of time before that was going to happen.
And when I thought before they gave him the extra 10, I was actually going to text down to the bench and say, guys, you may want to think about just pulling him.
Well, unfortunately, that decision ended up being made for them.
Yeah, it was made for us.
And like I said, the big deal is that we'll be losing him for the first Oak Leaf game.
Yeah.
Should tell him that he should have done that if Shawnee Mission Northwest had won and he had a game to play next week.
Okay, my big thing here is the CBS affiliate up here is supposed to be playing the Chiefs game here on my phone, and they're not.
Oh. That is a little weird.
Well, because every time I look away and try to look at watching a football game on my phone, we do something good.
And you haven't, you didn't get the NFL package or whatever?
Well, no, not for the phone. I've got it, you know.
I was going to say in Florida you will need it because if you want to watch Chiefs games.
I got a boat down in Florida. I got the NFL package.
That's what I figured.
Yeah.
It doesn't transfer. It's only the boat package.
Yeah.
Shot in a glove saved by Pettersson there. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Still only a 2-0 game, so the Jets still very much in this. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Only a minute 46, though, in the period. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about with this whole thing is that you know, when this kind of stuff happens, sometimes, especially for kids, for, you know, high school age kids, the officiating becomes a focus, and they need to be focused on the game much more so than are they going to call something or not, or what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's been a rough day officiating so far for us.
So 2-0.
But I keep going back, guys. Just finish a couple. We're not even talking about the officiating.
Yep. 5-on-5 hockey now. As Ignatiev off the face-off, played it off the sideboards. It bounces out to center ice. It's picked up there by Goodwin. Pinching in, a long shot. Oh, a big rebound. Lemke couldn't get a stick on it.
We're down by 2 minutes in the second to go. I'm always the one who's preaching the defensemen don't pinch, but now's the time to pinch.
Yeah, well, I didn't have any problem with that. It's Lemke playing it. That was picked off. They try to play it right through the middle. Deaver. The other thing that has been, as we're getting down to the last minute of play here in the second period, that has been a little bit of a concern for me for both teams, but especially on the varsity side, is sometimes the decision making in terms of, you know, which direction to skate and so on and so forth. It's like a lot of times they're skating right into trouble, you know, when they don't have to do that. Boy, Lemke coming together with a Capitals player away from the play, and in the meantime, Krugel lost it, and now the Capitals trying to work in a shot, and another glove save by Pettersson with just under 30 seconds left to go in the second period, and we'll get another whistle and a face-off. So maybe, I mean, there's still a little bit of time in this period, but maybe they can regroup and try and get a last 17 minutes. Right now it's 17 and a half. Coming around Lobaugh. He tried to play in the middle for Whitrock. That was picked off. And now here's Landon again. And on his backhand does get it out to center ice. Whitrock ahead. Oh, and Arnold gets hit, and it looks like we are going to get another penalty. And it's going to be
stop. Don't do that.
It's going to be a head contact penalty now on the Capitals.
Arnold started clapping. I thought, oh, geez.
So, well, we're seeing retaliations now, I guess. 11 seconds left to go. The Jets will obviously get a power play. It's a 2 and a 10 on the head contact. And obviously, it'll carry over to the next period. Well, this has not been one of those games where you wanted to skate it across the middle of the ice with your head down. I'll say that.
Still got a period to go.
Yeah, I know. Lobaugh to try and take the draw here. He went forward with it. A shot. He missed on the short side. Boy, it was a good play by Landon Lobaugh, and then it comes bouncing toward the side of the net. 3 seconds left. That's going to do it. The buzzer sounds, and the Jets, for a second straight period, failed to score. And they trail it 2-0. No scoring in that second period, but the Jets did not get back in it either.
You know, I think what this whole game is emblematic of is how competitive the league is going to be this year.
Yeah, a lot of parity. We've talked about that before, but
I mean, there's been years we could go out and really not play well and still win.
Yeah.
This is not going to be one of them.
Not with very, very few exceptions. Last week we could have played horrible. We could have used the wrong side sticks and still won. But I'd say you're definitely correct.
We're scheduled out. We only had 2 games like that scheduled for us this year.
Yeah, and we were like that a couple weeks ago when we lost to Mason City. That was you know, that's a great illustration of that.
I think that was a wake-up call for me, is how competitive this league's going to be this year.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, 2-0 our score here at the second period intermission. We'll take a break, come back with the intermission after this on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
What are you doing?
Playing hide and go seek.
That's hide and seek? I found you in 2 seconds. Get out of there. If you want to win this game, you got to do a lot better than that. Right? Come on. Get in. Hustle. Now that's the way you play the game.
When Reuben Baylor joins Marshal Marion Daniels to investigate an incident of theft and murder, Rube is plunged into a world of dark deeds and black hearts. With the help of an abused and courageous young woman, Rube, Marion, and Marshal Adris Thibodeau head south of the Missouri line into the hills and hollows of northern Arkansas and take on an entire clan to see that justice is done. Suspicion of outsiders and hate for the government abounds, and the Marshals are much farther from home than the miles they've traveled.
Payback Trail, part of the Trail series by David R. Lewis. Available as an ebook at Amazon.com, Smashwords, and iTunes, and as an e-audiobook at Audible.com.
Go get that donkey. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Come on. We got slaughtered at musical chairs. We've practiced this at home a million times. We are losing. I can't believe I missed Pilates for this. It's your own ride home, Missy.
Welcome back out to Buccaneers Arena. Joel Becker, Mike Curry, Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets trailing the Capitals 2-0 after 2 periods of play. Since you're here this time around, we have a chance to actually show you, Mike, the 2 goals that were scored, and you can see what happened on them. The first one, these were both first period goals, and I'll show it to you real speed here. And it comes back out to the point, and then now I'll bring it in. You'll be able to tell what actually happened. So, whoops. So we'll bring it in and move it over. You can already see he's got his glove up. That's Bloom right there. And watch as the puck comes in, and there it is, and it hits his glove, and you can see Zach putting his blocker up, and it keeps going up, but unfortunately the puck goes down, and you can see the puck right there going right on his underarm, and it goes back behind him. But that's how that happened. Was the original shot was, you can see the trajectory of the shot right there. You see it coming up, and I don't know, it doesn't look like that Kaufman got a stick on it either, but it looks to me like it hit him on the glove right there, and it just goes down. And like we were talking about before, that's Zach Pettersson usually doesn't give that sort of stuff up. And so that was the first goal, and it happened 6.5 minutes into the game. This is the second one late in the period. And it's going to be a kind of similar situation. And part of the deal here, and again, in both of these cases, the Jets had opportunities to clear the zone and didn't. And that one ends up going through. So that was the shot real time. And part of it was just the screen. Because as you talked about, I mean, look at how many different players there are. There's 4 right in front of them, but the 2 of them that are, are the most in the way really for him are the Jets players.
But I think the main point is just what you said. We had a chance to clear the zone a couple of times and we didn't.
Absolutely. But just for anybody who was wondering how it managed to get past Zach, it's hard to tell right here whether or not it actually goes off of either one of them. But he probably did. It may have gone off a skate there, because the way his body language is, he doesn't usually let pucks go right through the 5-hole like this.
No.
So I'm thinking that it probably hit the skate right there of the Jets player, ended up going right through his legs. And so that's the way that they got each of those. Oh, you finally got it.
Finally got it.
Yeah.
Finally got the Chiefs game on my phone.
There you go.
And like I was telling Joel, every time I look down at a football game and I miss something, and it's always good for us. I was watching the Oklahoma-Alabama last night, and every time I glance down for something to take my eye off the game, good things happen. So I'm thinking maybe if I get this Chiefs game going here and keep glancing down on it, I can miss some goals for us.
It could be. I'll tell you what, last night, every time you looked down, almost definitely was the case that something good was happening for Oklahoma.
Yes.
It was definitely that kind of a night. So I don't know why they've what the delay is here. They don't have the Zamboni on the ice yet. I'm not sure why.
They're looking at it back there. Do we have Zamboni? No, he's getting in it now.
But I wonder if they had to like replace a propane tank or something.
Yeah, usually that means mechanical problem.
Yeah, he's backing it out now.
Not that we ever have mechanical problems on a KCIC.
Not like last weekend.
Yeah, not like, yeah.
So it looks like we've got a ways to go here in this second period intermission. At least they'll give the Jets an extended opportunity to talk about what they want to do, which is score a couple of goals in this next period. In the second period intermission, we're going to give you a story from the late Right Reverend. This one, another funny one called Doctor here on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
Hello, I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for joining me at Theater of the Mind. Today's Heartland Memory takes us back to the 1970s and the misadventures of a veterinarian in Almost, Arkansas. He bit his lower lip in pain and stared at me with nearly hate-filled eyes. His assistant, not quite hiding her amusement, handed him a wet towel to soak up some of the blood that ran from his forearm. "Looks like 10 to 14 stitches to me," she said, barely controlling her grin. "You probably ought to sit down. You look a little pale. I'll sew it up when your blood pressure stabilizes." Jessica crouched on the stainless steel table and purred. Jessica was our cat, a bobcat to be exact. She was about 6 months old, and I had brought her to the veterinarian's office for routine shots. Bobcats need them just as house cats do. The veterinarian was Delmar Daw. Well, that's not exactly right. At best, Delmar was a veterinary. Primarily a large animal vet, Delmar also had an office for his small animal practice just off the highway in Almost, Arkansas, Missouri. He wasn't much of a vet, but he was the only game in town. He was the only game in town for over 30 miles in any given direction, and he was an authority on handling all kinds of animals. He'd tell you so. When I arrived at his office, the receptionist/assistant, a young woman named Etta, was fascinated by the bobcat. She cooed and petted, stroked and purred at Jessica, and Jess returned the attention, a real hound for affection. Delmar was unimpressed at dealing with the bobcat. "Cat's a cat," he said as he prepared the shot. "Etta, I'll stretch her. You give her the injection." I spoke up, mentioning the possibility of a squeeze cage, trying to impress Delmar with the fact that bobcats, even half-grown bobcats, were wild animals, capable of extreme feats in times of stress. He ignored my advice, grabbed Jessica by the fur on the top of her butt and the hair behind her head, and pulled her out to her full length. She rotated inside her skin, sunk her fangs 3/4 of an inch into his left wrist, and opened up 2 6-inch tears in Delmar's right forearm with her rear claws. He screamed and released her. She crouched, eyeing him coldly, while she waited for his next move. Bobcats won. Delmar, nothing. Delmar came to the ranch where I worked on one occasion to float the wolf teeth on a 4-year-old gelding. At the time, floating wolf teeth was a brutal procedure that required using a wood rasp to file down a set of teeth to keep them from interfering with the bit when it was in the horse's mouth. Horses are bigger than most of us and are prone to resist this treatment. To maintain control, a twitch was used. A twitch is about a 2-foot length of 1/4-inch nylon rope secured to the end of an 18-inch dowel. The rope is slipped over the horse's upper lip. The stick is spun, tightening the loop of line around a bulge of muzzle, and the horse is thus restrained, while the vet reaches into his mouth and files down, or even knocks out, the teeth in question. Observing Delmar casually perform the application of the twitch one afternoon as I watched, he forgot to remain at arm's length during the procedure. The horse found the twitch to be unpleasant, threw its head violently upward, jerking the dowel from Delmar's grasp, causing it to strike him briskly on the end of his nose. The crack of the blow could be heard throughout the barn, leaving Delmar sitting in the hay attempting to staunch significant blood from his broken beak. The horses won. Delmar, zip. Then there was the good-natured German Shepherd who became so outraged at Delmar's cavalier insertion of a rectal thermometer that he whirled on the table and delivered a massive bite to Delmar's left wrist. Delmar suffered no injury from the attack, but his brand-new Rolex wristwatch, in spite of its $3,000 price tag and its solid stainless steel case, could not resist the crunch of the doggie's massive jaws. As Delmar sat holding pieces of the watch in his hand, Etta had to leave the room to laugh. Jobs were scarce in almost Arkansas, Missouri. German Shepherds won. Delmar, zilch. A 500-pound Charolais heifer is one of the waspiest animals on the planet. They got the speed of a leopard, the kick of an ostrich, and the mindset of an L.A. banger. We had 56 of them to vaccinate and called Delmar. The heifers were penned in a small corral, being driven down a chute and into a head gate for treatment. Delmar became dissatisfied with the way we were handling the cattle and jumped into the pen to show us how it should be done. He rapidly approached the nearest heifer, who lashed out with the speed of a mongoose and kicked him squarely in the crotch. The poor man folded like a pair of deuces into the muck at the bottom of the pen amid raucous laughter from all of us on hand. I took compassion on him and led the bent and broken man from the corral and eased him to the ground. Heifers won. Delmar, nada. Delmar sipped from a cup of water I brought to him and regarded me through bloodshot eyes. You know, he winced, I was going to be a doctor for a while, a human doctor. Well, why didn't you? No, hell, I just can't stand people. I really like animals, though. Humans won. Delmar, well, you get the drift. At least that's how it seems to me. I'm David R. Lewis. Thanks for stopping by Theater of the Mind.
Back out to the Buccaneers Arena. Joel Becker and Mike Curry still here in the second period intermission, which is taking a little longer than normal because of some issues with the resurfacer of the ice. I guess turnabout's fair play. We had that last week. And so, yeah, when this period will start, the Jets actually will have a power play for a minute 49. And like I said, I mean, as you don't feel like this game has gone that well for Kansas City. Obviously, having Makowitz eventually tossed out of the game for 4 penalties, and so on, and not having scored in 2 periods is sort of the way you feel. But we're very much right in the game. If we come up with a power play goal, for example, here, then it's a 1-goal game for an entire period. So. This is one of those games where you could very easily win 1 period and in so doing win a game.
Yeah, two-goal period or 2-goal lead, and third period's the worst league in hockey.
Yeah, although on both sides, because again, if you give one up,
and then it's over.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if the Jets give one up, yeah, but if the Capitals give one up, then the Jets are right in it. So we'll see how things go. In the meantime, we will take our final break for the weekend, I guess, as we await the players to get back on the ice. Like I said, they took a little while to get this one started, so we still have a couple minutes left to go. But the players should be back out shortly, and the third period is around the corner here on Kansas City Jets Hockey.
The year was 1881, and young Reuben Baylor was making his way along near the Missouri River, finding work when he could and living the only life he knew. But when he come on old Arliss Height, beat to hell and near shot to death, Rube done what he could for him. He didn't know that act of kindness was going to wind up changing his whole life, but it did. Green as grass, Rube was a long way from being any kind of pistolier or shootist, but when Marshall, Mary, and Daniels come on him and needed help with the Duncan bunch for what they'd done to Arliss, that tussle growed Rube up right quick. He stopped drifting, found friends worth looking up to, and a young woman that was right admirable.
Deer Run Trail by David Lewis. Available as an e-audiobook at audible.com.
Hey, Grandpa, could you teach me to play hockey?
Why, sure, my boy. You may not know this, but your grandpa was quite a player back in the old days. Why, we used to have winters back then, 40, 50 below it was. We'd go down yonder by McGillicuddy's old stock pond. Yes, sirree. And you couldn't walk there. Oh, no. You had to skate 5, 10 miles through the snow.
You skated through the snow?
And we didn't have any of those fancy hockey sticks or pads, neither. Just tree branches and a rock. That's the way it was, and we liked it. Now go get yourself a tree branch and come back here, and I'll teach you how to draw blood.
Never mind, Grandpa. There's gotta be a better way.
There is. Kansas City Ice Center offers Learn to Skate and Learn to Play hockey classes. For more information, visit kcicecenter.com or call Dean Nelson at 913-441-3033. Sign up today at kcicecenter.com.
That's the way it was, and we liked it.
Welcome back out to Buccaneers Arena. Joel Becker, Mike Curry sitting in for Gary Scabona. Kansas City Jets hockey. Jets trailing the Capitals 2-0, but they will have a power play starting things off here in this third period.
The dreaded beginning of the period power play.
Yeah. You know, have you noticed that all weekend long that has been a thing, not necessarily always for the Jets, but one team or another starting a period on a power play has been a very common thing this weekend. So we'll see what happens this period as Harry Ibis with the puck from behind his net up on left wing. And again, couldn't handle the pass. We've seen a lot of that too. You know, I talked about not always making the right decisions as to where to skate. The other thing is, again, we just the simple fundamentals of making passes and catching them have been sometimes a problem for us, both varsity and JV. Already down to 1:20 left to go in the man advantage.
I said it. Okay. Setting it up.
And from the top of the circle, Kaufman sent it down low. Lee back out to the point for Ibis. Walks the line across, and the shot by Goodwin, and that was saved by Fleming. Goodwin able to knock this down. And it's poked ahead. And the Capitals dig it out and play it down the ice. Down to 50 seconds to go in the man advantage, and they're calling this a high stick knockdown, puck knocked down with a high stick. So there'll be a whistle in the Jets' end. I thought Ibis might have actually gotten a stick on it. The question was whether or not it was above his shoulders. And I'll grant that that's, you know, not the same for everybody, but it was close. So the Jets having to do without Josh Makowitz. He got his fourth penalty at the very end of, through the second period, I should say. And so he'll be gone for the rest of this game and, of course, the first game next week with the automatic one-game suspension. I suppose I should mention that we have no guarantee that that's all he'll miss, but I imagine that'll be it. Goodwin overskated. Ferrari's going to pick up the loose puck. He'll try and work in, and a shot, and he put that one wide. Tell you what, Ferrari might be the only guy on the ice that has any chance of beating Harry Ibis anywhere if you give him a big enough head start.
Money's on Ibis.
Well, no, I agree, but again, if Ibis in that situation was coming from the far end of the ice. So penalty is over. Jets fail to produce a goal early on, 2 minutes into this period. Sacre, a shot, and it was poked away by Pedersen. Puck still loose, and another shot goes right through the middle, wide of the goal, into the near corner. And this is Parker with the puck for the Capitals. He's back in the net, plays it in front, shot Malang, and a big save by Pedersen, who came across with the glove and scoops that one up. 14:42 left to go in regulation time. Jets trailing 2-0. Jets will get the Whitrock line out here. Having to play not only without Makowitz, but with 5 defensemen just in general. Back of the net, Bloom. He's out there with Elam right now on defense. It comes in front, a shot. Again, goes wide. He's trying to go far side on Pettersson and missing the net a lot of times. Geringer with it. He played it. Goes into the middle. The Jets sweep it out of harm's way. Low ball, leave it for Eklund. He'll try and work into the zone on left wing. Has a man in front. Couldn't get him the pass, as that was blocked by the Capitals defense. Comes back out to the neutral zone. Bloom with it now in his own zone. They'll ring it around near side looking for Cole Eklund. It's carried on by Whitrock. He lost it. And the puck goes back behind the net. Capitals get it again. They play it out to the point. This is Stiles with it. A shot right on and a save by Pettersson. Rebound back of the net. Taken by Barfels. Now goes into the corner. Moulton. Jets take over, and we're going to get a penalty on Kansas City, it would seem, as behind the net. Guessing this is going to be Elam who gets the penalty. Not really sure what it's for. Neither is he. Calling it roughing. So Elam goes off. And Jets now have to kill a penalty. 13:33 left to go. As you mentioned before, you can't give up one here.
No.
Or that pretty much is. Oh, and they do. Wow. That was just a weird carom off the sideboards.
When you get ancient boards, you
yeah, it does happen.
We've got some at KCIC who kind of do that the same thing.
I mean, it does happen. But I mean, we'll look at it. It's right off the face-off. It'll go down as a power play goal. It was actually our own player, so it was Goodwin who scored the goal. As you can see, he turns, throws it, and it actually goes off of the stanchion. So Goodwin shoots it, goes off the stanchion. Obviously, Zach doesn't even see it. It bounces, goes right through him.
You could do that 1,000 more times.
Oh, no way, yeah.
Well, that kind of tells us where Lady Luck is today.
Yeah, that is definitely the case. Although, you know what, if it's one of those things, if you'd gone into this weekend and said we were going to get a split with the Capitals, both on varsity and JV, I would have been, generally like, well, I mean, it would be nice if we could get 3 out of 4 or all 4.
I wouldn't have been thrilled,
but I would have thought that was a pretty probable outcome. Oddly enough, especially, I mean, considering.
Can't argue that.
Yeah, that we had an undefeated Capitals JV team and a varsity team.
I'm delighted we got away with the win.
Yeah.
In JV.
So, like I said, if you had told me both teams were going to split, I would have been. I would have said that was probably that was a good opportunity. Now here's trying to work in on goal, backhand shot, and
there we go. How did that not go in?
No, Fleming made the save. And we'll get a face-off. 12:49 left to go. Boy, if they could have gotten that one, that would have at least put them back in the game. Ibis had the opportunity. Went forehand, backhand that time, but couldn't get it in past Fleming. And, well, you got to also call out a little bit for Jackson Fleming in his first game of the year. Pitching a shutout so far. Lang and Elam. Wonder who they gave. Wonder who they gave the goal to. It'd be nice if Aiden could have gotten it, but I don't think they did that. Shot right on, and it goes out of play off the stick of Fleming.
I think the one thing.
Should I text Skibbs down there telling him that Aiden got the goal?
Well, let's get him later. I think the one thing that this really shows, the crowd reaction and all that, when we're on anybody's schedule, it's their big game. It's the big. We've had a team that, quite frankly, the last 11 years we've won it 7 times. We've been extremely dominant.
Yeah.
And
even when
and we're not loved, obviously.
Right. Even when we haven't won, we've generally had very good regular seasons. And
yeah.
Yeah, we're the Chiefs of.
Or the old Yankees.
Yeah.
Or the Chiefs.
Or back in the day, the Patriots.
Yes.
Or even the Cowboys if you go further back in the day. Puck along the near side boards. Styles will dump it in. Goes off the end boards, off the back of the net. Arnold there. And Deaver. Jack, who scored a goal in his first. This is only his second game of the season, coming off of an injury. Capitals take it. Shot saved by Pettersson. One unfortunate thing about today's game is that it's not going to be good for Pettersson's numbers, giving up 3 goals. And especially when literally all 3 of them were in a way a fluke. Makes a save here, and the puck goes wide of the goal.
Maybe make him mad. Give him some motivation.
I don't know that you really need to motivate Zach much to keep the puck out of the net. Deaver. He'll get it out to center ice at least. Poked away from him. And then it's Arnold. He had his pocket picked as he was double teamed. Then Bloom got in the way. Puck back of the net, and Bloom will ring it around far side, and it's go all the way down the ice. No icing here as the Capitals were in the process of changing. That's why they blew that one away. Out of the net, Fleming left it there. Played ahead by Christensen. And here's Ferrari trying to work in. Left wing pass. And Angola's shot. Stick save by Pettersson. Rebound. Far side Malang. Comes right in front. Knocked out of harm's way by Elam. And then Lemke able to play it out to center ice. Took a hit. Whitrock. He was unable to get possession. Deaver missed a check. Ferrari back the other way again for the Capitals. A shot off the stick of Bartholomew goes wide on the near side, and the puck goes out of play. Neutral ice face-off. 10:23 left to go. Jets trailing 3-0. Nothing else you'd like to see him find the back of the net at least. Save some face today. That's the one thing. You just have to keep playing, one shift at a time and hope for the best. There's no such thing as a 3-point goal. So you get one and then see what happens. Here's Lobau with it. He'll dump it in. Goes after for the loose puck. Back behind the net. And Capitals take over, and they'll play it out to center ice. Elam knocks it down. Played it ahead. It was knocked out by Malang, and now here's Ignatyev. Plays it over on the left side to nobody in particular, and the Capitals take over. Now the puck's still loose. They'll dump it in the corner. Ignatyev after for it. Well, he played it in the middle. That was poked away. And once again, the Capitals take over. Styles with it from the point. A shot. That was blocked by Elam. And now on the near side, they ring it around to the far side. Gehringer couldn't keep it in. Styles with it near the red line. He will just dump it in. At this point, the Capitals can be content just to eat up time in the zone. 2-on-2 coming back the other way. Kaufman out there with Lobau and on goal from the left wing. Kaufman, they had it taken away. And back the other way, Omvig got it into Sakri. He had it poked away. Jets get it out to center ice. And it's taken into the zone. Oh, and Lee was over there trying to get it across. Then he gets it back from Kaufman. That pass just a little too far in front of him. Kaufman again, tried to get it to Ibis. Instead, it comes back out to Arnold, who takes a hit. Comes up the near side board. Arnold again. This time he couldn't stop it, and it comes out to center. Goodwin, he'll dump it in. Looks like at this point the Jets are just rolling all 5 defensemen.
Yeah.
And the Capitals will dump it in cross corner, and back for it is Goodwin. Up ahead for Ibis. He tried to get the speed going. He was checked. Puck never did get into the zone. Now it's taken by Lee, and he'll dump it in. Goes in on goal, and Fleming will cover up. 8:07 left to go, a little less than half a period. Jets still looking for their first goal. They got 4 yesterday, but haven't been able to solve Jackson Fleming. because there's no game films on him. Krugel couldn't get the draw. Capitals will play it back into the Jets' end. Elam back for it. He's got a man on him. Back of the net. Bartholomew took it away. Works out in front. Turns, shoots. And a glove save by Pettersson as that one got into the crease. The initial shot by Bartholomew never did get through. But Pettersson was able to snap it up and hold on for a face-off. Just under 8 minutes left to go in regulation time. Krugel, this time he gets the draw back to Elam. Goes behind the net up ahead for Deaver. But again, you know, talking about the Jets not being able to break out, that was not a high percentage play. I mean, Deaver was not all by himself there or anything like that. I mean, there's a shot right on by Sherman and a save by Pettersson, and he hangs on. But just getting back to the idea of that breakout there, you know, if you were Elam, for example, in that situation, you have the choice. You can pass it up the boards. You can skate with it yourself. You know, you can go around the other direction. You don't want to put it in the middle of your ice. But in a situation like that with Deaver, he basically put Deaver in a situation where Deaver was most likely not going to maintain possession of the puck because he was giving it to him with, you know, Capitals in the area. He probably would have been better off skating in himself and waiting for one of those Capital forwards to actually commit and then making that pass, for example. Comes back out in the middle. Moulton gets shoved down by Eklund, and a shot that was blocked. Rebound, another shot also blocked. Moulton again, he was tripped that time by Ignatjev. Tough shift by Moulton this time, or for him. And puck comes loose in and he scores. Well, tell you what, after that whole shift that he had, I suppose I can give him a little bit of credit for having to.
This definitely didn't go to script today.
No, it did not.
You know, you were talking about breakouts and whatever.
Yeah.
You know, the higher level hockey you got, the one quality you look at a defenseman, and basically, if he can do this, you're going to take him, is that first outlet pass. And a really good defenseman he'll know what his options are long before the puck even hits his stick. And he'll be constantly going through his mind, when that puck hits my stick, where's it look like the best place to go?
4-0 is the score. We're down to 6.5 minutes left to go. Yeah, it's interesting. There was actually a part
play. Good play.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So, well, I'm glad to see that.
Yeah.
For the Jets getting on the board.
I was glad to see Brody Lee get that, because there's so many times that he does that for other people.
So here's a look at it.
Look at this. This is good.
So Ibis 2-on-1 across for Lee, and he made no mistake. Great play by Harry too.
It's back to speed kills again.
It does. Whoops, sorry about that. And so yeah, 4-1 now our score. 6:11 left to go in regulation time. Most likely too little too late, but still, you know, I'd like to at least get on the board.
Yeah, this one's been decided.
What do you think the chances are that we'll eventually get a 5-on-3 at some point?
That we get it?
Yeah.
0.
I don't know.
It's a statistical improbability.
You could be right. Under 6 minutes left to go. I don't know. That's the sort of thing that I would almost expect to happen if we were in Kansas City. Not because they, you know, want to do anything for us, but they always like to try and even things out. Have you noticed? But not until it's not going to make any difference anymore. Well, Capitals dangerous here. Puck goes into the corner. They'll try and work it free. Comes out to the point. Long shot goes wide all the way into the near corner. They play it up the boards. Comes back out. Styles the long shot. Goes well wide. Ibis the rebound. And he will get going. Up left wing. Now works toward the middle. Harry Ibis straight through. A blocker save by Fleming, who gave up his first goal of the season just a moment ago. Boy. Krugel is shoved into the boards there. Right in front of Skibbs. Man in the penalty box. Elam will play at sideboards. Lemke. But it's been relatively quiet this weekend. Trying to go after for the loose puck. Played up the far boards, and they do get it. And a hit, but it's carried on. Moulton trying to work in. Moulton, and it was knocked away from him. A good defensive play as he was double teamed, and Elam took it away. Long shot saved by Pedersen, and he'll hang on. Down to 4.5 minutes left to go in regulation time. Jets trailing 4-1. Next week, it's the Oak Leafs for our traditional Thanksgiving weekend games. And our teddy bear toss coming up as well. Second annual. Krugel couldn't win the draw. The shot was stopped in the defense. Elam back of the net. He's played it into the corner. Deaver over there. He plays it up the boards.
I'll see you next Saturday night there, too.
Oh, you're going to be there?
Yeah, I will be there.
Ah. So it's right after that you go back to Florida?
Yes.
Okay.
Too cold.
It definitely is at that. There's a shot, a blocker save by Pedersen on a good job there, and a good shot by Barfels. Jets play it ahead. Beaver on left wing. He had it taken away, but Krugel carries on. He takes a hit by Myers. Puck goes into the corner. Another hit. Picking up a little bit here. Myers with the puck. He'll play it into the Jets' end. And Lemke, he had played catch with it with Arnold. Then it hit the linesman, unfortunately, and now it's played out of play. And we get a whistle with 3.5 minutes left to go.
Got to give credit where credit's due. The Capitals have played well this weekend.
Yeah, they have. They played 2 good games. I mean, they got beat yesterday. But
I think they played 4 good games.
Yeah, well, I just meant in varsity, but yeah. I agree. Their JV team played good games as well. I mean, 1-0, 2-1. I do think they got a little lucky today.
Yeah, the luck went our way yesterday. And
yeah,
didn't go our way today.
Yeah. Eklund takes a hit. Puck comes loose in front. Lobaugh there. He'll work out to center ice. Left wing packs for Eklund. He'll just play it into the corner. Whitrock back to the net. He lost it. It's taken by Sherman. He sends it around near side. Sakry comes out, and Goodwin intercepts. He just blind passed it again, and the Capitals will send it in out of the net. Pedersen, and Goodwin will play it all the way down into the Capitals' end. Comes out to center ice. Picked up there. Goodwin trying to work ahead with it. He had it knocked away. Now he gets it at the point. Tried to send it down low looking for Whitrock. That was past him. Eklund throws his weight around. The puck comes out to center ice. Goodwin dumps it back in. Eklund, this plays offsides.
Eklund's been like a little hitting machine today.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's been a couple of sequences where this game has gone, a bit physical. Certainly more so than yesterday. 2:22 left to go. Face-off coming all the way back into the Capitals' end. 2:22. Showing on the clock. Kaufman tried to get it to Lee. He'll get it down low. Ibis in front. Lee, who is our goal scorer today. Comes Elam. He kept it in. Back in the net, Ibis. Harry Ibis skating around, turns and shoots, puts it wide of the goal. Bartholomew the rebound for the Capitals. He tried to work up. Kaufman took it away for just a second. Capitals still have it, though. They'll play it around near side as we're down under 2 minutes left to go. Bloom knocks a man down, and the puck comes out to center ice. Elam up ahead on right wing. Ibis will tip it in. Avoids a hit. Now back of the net. Kaufman knocks that down. Tried to get it to Lee in the corner. Brody Lee still with it as they fight for it. 4 players. It comes loose in behind the net. It's Ibis. Ibis trying to play it in front. Does backhand shot Kaufman, and that was stopped in the defense. And then Lee couldn't get a stick on it. At least not while it was right in the slot area. And now a shot from the point goes wide. Crowd was screaming for a tripping call they didn't get. And now the Capitals take over. Lang with the puck.
It's 4-1 with a minute to go, people. Settle down.
Ibis couldn't stop that one. Lang again centers it right through the middle. Nobody there for either team. Lee will just play it down. And now here's Krugel trying to work in on left wing. And he fanned as he tried to make the pass toward Ibis. Now comes to Ibis, turns and shoots. That hit a leg. Then it comes back. Deaver a shot. Didn't get much on it. And easily handled by Fleming with 38.4 seconds left to go. So it's going to be 2 wins on Saturday and 2 losses on Sunday for the Jets.
Well, we were just, just a simple game analysis. We were just beaten today.
Yeah. Well, lots of stuff to work on in practice for Thanksgiving week.
Congratulations to the Caps.
Krugel off the draw. Puck is taken by the Capitals. Then a nice little pickpocket for there from Deaver, but the Capitals get it, send it down the ice. That'll be an icing call with 29 seconds left to go.
Of course, we look at this a little bit different because we talked about before how we've had so much success. It's not often where we lose by 3.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Bloom able to stop it at the point. Lemke, he couldn't get a stick on it. Ferrari got in his way. Capitals play it. It's going to go in the zone. Delayed offsides, and the Capitals tag up. We're down to 12 seconds left to go. Back in the net, Deaver stops and starts. He'll come out the far side. At up right wing. Couldn't get it out, but then they do. 2 seconds left, and that's going to do it. The Des Moines Capitals able to get a little bit of revenge on the Jets after dropping the Saturday night game 4-3. They win today 4-1. So, like I said before, if you'd gone into the weekend and said that's what's going to happen, it wouldn't necessarily have been the worst thing in the world.
No.
But after winning the 2 games on Saturday, I think they were hoping for a little bit better today. So
well,
it is what
I think it's time for me to jump in my car and drive to Illinois and pick my mother up for the holidays.
Very nice. Very nice. Got a big turkey ready to cook?
No, she doesn't do turkey.
Oh, okay.
Next time you see her, ask her why.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I like prime rib.
Yeah, I noticed that last night. You had enough prime rib last night, Joe. You won't need to eat till Thanksgiving.
That was a thick piece.
Oh my God!
I like
half
that.
a cow.
That's that. But I mean, but not just big. It was thick. It's like 3 inches thick. I like them like that.
I think we all overate last night.
Probably. Unfortunately, that's an all too common occurrence in my case. So it is what it is. All right, the final score here tonight, or this morning, I guess I should say, 4-1, Capitals over the Jets. Jets do end up getting 2 wins and 2 losses this weekend, varsity and JV, so not a bad weekend overall. Mike, thanks so much for joining me this weekend. It's good to have you back on JHN for a change.
I'm sure we'll do it again.
No doubt. All right, thanks for joining us here on Kansas City Jets Hockey. Jets drop the finale 4-1 to the Capitals, and we'll be at home next weekend against the Oak Leafs, also from Des Moines, over the Thanksgiving weekend holiday. Hope you'll join us at KCIC Our next JHN broadcast coming up right after that here on the Jets Hockey Network.
Okay, what happened to your passing? You gotta support the puck. Do I have to tell you this? And we're getting killed on the boards. This is your territory, Grimson. Do your job.
Grimson.
Hello? Hi, honey. What? Now? All right. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Hey, it's my girl. You know, my daughter.
Love. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.